Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Wizards of Amazon podcast, where we cover all things private label. My name is Carlos Alvarez, and I'll be your host for this show. Today on the show, I have a really special guest, which is Paulina Masson, and I'm super excited to have her. Our calendars didn't really get along. Paulina, how are you?
Hi, Carlos. How are you? Good to be here.
Great, great. This is take two, actually, but we were gonna get together for this show, and I really wanted to dive deep on Shopkeeper. You're an Amazon seller and the founder of Shopkeeper. But literally last second before this show and some messages we've had, we've spoke about TikTok. Tell me about TikTok. What's going on?
That's right. I'm so obsessed with TikTok these days. And I don't know, have you seen Google Trends for it?
Yes,
Have you?
I have.
It's spiking like crazy. It's like it has 500 million people using it. That's like half the size of Instagram right now, basically. And it's amazing. If you look at the Google Trends, it's been going like flat, slowly. It used to be called Musical.ly. So it was all about lip syncing to music before. So they already had good base of people going, and it's been slowly building up since they became TikTok and Gary Vee started pushing them out. It's now boom, and it's just like crazy growth in the last few months.
Yeah, the growth looks like a rocket ship. My thing with that, it's almost scary. I look at that, I look at the trends, and then every time I get an email from a client or a friend and they're like, hey, you'd offer something around TikTok? I just get nervous because I'm like, no, I don't know. I don't have the foggiest idea. I know how to create an account and that's it. But how to apply it to a business, I don't know how to get them to say, oh yeah, you need to just dance. Like that's it seems like the extent of it, and I can't do that. So talk to me, like TikTok, how do we, if we're not a dancer and we don't know how to do magic tricks, like how are you using TikTok for your business?
Well, many people I chat with about TikTok or I ask about, they say, wait a minute, isn't TikTok like for 12-year-olds, and my kids are using it and I have no idea and I don't want to even look at it. So that's actually used to be the case when they started with Musical.ly. That's how they built their big database of users with those kids playing it. And these days is when the boom started happening. So it's been early adopters were the kids. But now we have a full range, well, up to like, I would say 40 probably. The most creators, if you scroll the feed, you will see they are like 20 to 30. And the more of those you like TikTok actually arranges your feed to whatever you like most. If you're going to like the older creators, they're going to show you more of those. And then the audience is going to watch your videos is going to be also older. So I find like, I heard the number somewhere. They said from 500 million, it's about 50 million that are like older than 18. So 50 million seems like it's such a small number, right? But it's a huge number because you'll be like, if you're an Amazon seller and you're going to be like the first one, you'll be the only one. And those 50 million eyes are looking at you. It's not like a Facebook, you create an account and you have to get followers first and then somebody's going to like your page. Here, you create a video and they randomly show to a bunch of people that they feel like it's going to match your niche, but you have to hashtag properly like your niche, let's say Amazon seller, e-commerce or something like that. They will show it to a random sample of people, let's say 300 people. And if they like it enough, if they follow you enough, then they'll show to more people and then to more, even you didn't even have any followers to start with. So it's so easy to cascade and have amazing success by just doing, and I've seen so many business cases, and actually I've made it a task to myself to I'm scrolling through the feed and saving everyone who is doing it for business. And I've been trying to analyze it, how they're using it for business and what works exactly. So it's so exciting to me.
No, I'm super excited. I mean, the fact that I know I don't have to dance and I can just like get something up there, that's a relief. But taking a step back, I guess for everybody listening to this, I think most people are going to be in my shoes, and we're in need of like a TikTok 101. So let's take all the way back from creating the account. Would you suggest creating an account as your business, or create yourself like an account as a personality, maybe your name for business purposes? What would you do there?
I've been watching a lot of videos on YouTube for decoding the algorithm of TikTok, and actually they prefer that you stick to one niche. So if you are an Amazon seller and you're selling a specific product in specific niche, you should stick to product videos, or I mean related videos to that. If you like selling a course, stick to that. If you're a travel agency, stick to that, you know. So it's basically, if you start mixing up, they don't know then which sample audience to show yours to. And then, you know, it's all about niching down specifically. So what TikTok is, well, you'll create an account. It's highly beneficial that you connect it immediately to your Instagram account.
Really?
It's known that if you connect to an existing account which has followers already, then you get automatic like pre-approval of some kind on TikTok, meaning that instead of just 300 sample, they will show your video to more people because they trust your account more. Because especially if you're like you have big following on Instagram, then immediately you'll have access to much bigger sample just because you're famous on Instagram. Even if you just have 100 followers, it does help to connect Instagram account as well, and to verify it with the phone number to all of you. So that helps you to get the first boost bigger. Now,
Okay.
you will just basically publish the first video. The first video will be like a simple cell phone vertical video. It's 15 seconds to 1 minute long. I recommend posting a video of less than 15 seconds most of the time when you start. The reason is because number one in their ranking algorithm is the watch time. And they especially like if people repeatedly watch your video, because 15 seconds is sometimes 9 seconds. You watch it so fast, it's curious. What happened? And you watch it again. It basically, TikTok videos loop automatically. You don't have to press anything. They just show you over and over until you like swipe up to go to the next video. So this is highly beneficial if your very, very first video will be sort of something that is a little bit viral. And that platform will definitely teach you how to do viral videos. And that's like the side benefit of that. It's not only you're going to get followers and exposure and being the first probably in your niche, because not so many people are jumping on right now. They're being scared of a new platform. Actually, you will get a side benefit of learning what makes it viral and what kind of videos have more virality to it. So it's all about that dopamine rush, right? And then once you learn that, you can transfer it over to your other platforms. You know, it totally helps in advertising and just organic growth with that.
Okay, so
these
a
are the
short
first steps.
15-second video so that
Yes.
you can kind of game the algorithm into seeing that you have a lot of watch time on your videos.
Yes. And the first video should be, if you have like 20 videos from some other channel already, most of us have these horizontally filmed videos, right? So it's best to make it square then. If you don't have a vertical yet, just make it a square one and pick one which would be like organically getting a lot of likes on your Facebook or Instagram. You know, just the one which has the most like people sharing and interested, almost like memes or viral something, but strongly related to what you do. So if it's your e-commerce seller and you're gonna promote some product with your videos, well, make sure the product is in it, you know, and something, or you as a founder saying something, you know, that is, you know, captivating, like I'm gonna teach you, you know, something like, or I will show you how to, I don't know, cut a hole in the ice with this tool and here's how you do it, you know, something that is so interesting and about your product. Also, what I noticed works with the e-commerce sellers is the manufacturing process. People really like this. You do nothing, you just put manufacturing process like 15 seconds of, you know, some stamping, like goes through the carousel, you know, boom, 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 and you add some music. So there's another story about the music, but basically you add the music and the manufacturing process, and that can get you so many views and likes because people love how things are done and made.
Well, you know, it's curious that you say that. The manufacturing process, I actually include this in my email marketing
cool.
after lead magnets, and I got it from on Facebook. You'd see the how it's made.
Yes, I know those
Something.
guys.
And I
Yeah.
realized one day when I saw it, I'm like, who would watch this, right? And it was how to make a straw or something like that. And then 20 minutes later, I was still there watching this straw.
I know. I've
right?
been watching a lot of those as well. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a really good idea, like the manufacturing process behind the scenes. And for me to get the videos and the photos for that from the factory cost me nothing. Like they just included it with what we had going on. So that's
And
really good.
yeah, it helps if you're a shy person and you don't feel like doing the camera thing, but you still want to jump on the new opportunity, which is such a big trend right now. You could just use the manufacturing videos. But I would say, even you don't have to go yourself to China and film anything. Just either ask your sourcing agent to go with her phone, and don't tell her it's going to be published somewhere. Just say, can you just film me the whole process, how they do this, when I was producing it. Can you just go with your phone, make it vertical, and film the whole process, and choose 15 seconds at a best, and that's all you need. It doesn't have to be sourcing agent. It could be just a hired videographer, that you send to your factory to film the process. So it's really nice, engaging, and it's relating to your niche very strongly. After TikTok sees who are following you and who are liking you, then they sort of build this like your specific segment, and then they are running to similar audiences. So when they are running to larger audience from that on, they are trying to do like Facebook has this, you create similar audience from your list. So
Lookalikes.
that's what they do. Yeah, lookalikes, right. So they are going to try to define, and you have to help it define it with your hashtags in the beginning. And then, from there on, it goes. And I've seen so many cases of success. It's unbelievable, especially people are jumping on the platform since 2 months ago. So in middle of September, the boom started, like the big boom. Actually, a year ago, people who are famous now, a year ago they started, but since a year it's been growing. But the biggest boom started 2 months ago, when it just spiked to 100% on Google Trends. And right now, I've seen so many cases, and I've saved them as a favorite on my TikTok account. So there are guys who are just like basically a doctor, and this doctor is just like, oh, no customers, let me dance on the table. Or, there's the guy who like sells these ice cream decorative sticks they stick in the ice cream, right? So all he does, he's mixing the ice cream for 15 seconds with his muscles. There's like people watching over and over, and his whole feed is just mixing the ice cream basically.
But let's let's break that down. So
Yeah.
The doctor dancing on the table, and then the sticks. I think the decorative popsicle or ice cream sticks is probably a better example. How is what he's doing for the 15 seconds? Like, I get that it's funny. I'd probably watch it 50 times, but
Yeah.
how is that translating, do you feel, for that person's brand for sales?
Well, don't forget, who buys the ice cream decorative sticks? It's not the men, right? It's the women.
Yes.
And it's the guy with the muscles, hot guy, mixing the ice cream. And then you definitely like him and follow him, and you see him again and again and
Well,
again
I'm definitely
and
not
again.
letting my wife watch
Oh my
TikTok
God.
now. That's it.
Yeah, there's a lot of actually being a good looking person helps you with the ranking a lot, so it totally helps. But there's filters for that. So don't be shy if you don't feel very comfortable. There's filters that make you pretty, so you can just use a filter.
Are there any restrictions yet? And I say yet because I'm sure it's coming on TikTok. Let's say for, how it's very challenging to advertise on Google and Facebook for tobacco related products. Let's say certain types of ads, like comparative before and after type ads for supplements. Are there any restrictions in place yet now for that?
There is, yes. So in terms of service, doesn't allow you doing anything related to diet or smoking, gambling, because it's highly targeted to kids. So all the sensitive categories are not allowed. And they are not just gonna not let you do it, but you will get this so-called shadow ban. Shadow ban means that your video will get always less than 50 views, never more. And then it will go less. So you will not get that 300 sample. You'll get less. And there is a manual process, as I understand in the beginning. There is always someone manually watching your video. This app comes from China, and Chinese really like to control their people's what they do, what they use. So I think every single video is probably being watched by someone, or at least the first few videos that you post on your account definitely take longer to start running after you post them. So I think someone is manually reviewing and just checking that you as a new account don't post anything offensive.
What about anything like IP? Like I notice a lot of different music on there and stuff like that. What are the rights or restrictions regarding, because I had this idea, like, I'm going to create these PPC solve this type of question scenario with the Breaking Bad music and graphics in the background. What?
Actually, it's all about music. Since they were Musically, they are licensing that music. So basically, just like Netflix has movies, they have music. But that music is always very short. It's only 15 seconds of any song. And that's the big trick to be trending on TikTok and being famous, is to select the music that is trending. So you have to either manually scroll through the feed and see which songs you keep repeating, you know. There are certain ones that now when I hear outside on the radio, I feel like, oh, that's a TikTok song, you know. So some of them did become famous through TikTok. And so basically you just attach whatever sound you wish. So there's first extensive editing. So we have extensive in-app editing that is so easy and nice to understand. You don't need to do any external editing. There you can combine things, add effects, all these transitions, blah, 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 text overlays and so on. And then you add the selected music. So when the person is watching your video and they like the music, they click on that music button in the corner of the artist will be displayed as a little icon. They will click on that and then they will see all the other videos that were created under that music. So usually the trends are using like one music, and if you want to follow the trend, it's a good idea to like exactly copy the trend. One trend for business that is very perfect to use. There's this, you know, in video games, there's a video character choice when you just start choosing before the game. There's like video character moving slowly to left to right, and then is description of that character. It says this character name is Brian, and he has, you know, something, and he has 5 kids, and he's whatever. It's like describing the character, how strong he is, how weak. So this become a trend on TikTok recently. You're using specific music for that in that trend, and then you put yourself, you say Amazon seller on your head, and then you say so doesn't have any real life friends, and then, you know, jumps on every new trend, and then whatever. And it promotes you, people love it, and you're still an entrepreneur. You can put entrepreneur tag, e-commerce tag, like all of the same things. So you can still follow trends and add music to it and show yourself without just being all about business, you know. So mix it up, some trendy videos, some manufacturing videos, and just keep promoting your brand this way.
That's,
you know,
insane. I have chills just thinking about it. I think one or two of the things you said, I'm definitely gonna model them. So I'll give you credit whenever I use them, but those are awesome.
No problem. Don't give me credit. It's just like picked up information from everywhere else. There is a big issue though if you're not in United States and you are targeting United States people. For example, I live in Turkey right now. So TikTok goes exactly by the SIM card's location. So the SIM card that is in your phone, if it's geographically assigned to a Turkish provider, they will only show your videos in the sample to the Turkish audience or the neighboring countries. And that's unfortunate because I want to publish English videos and I'm targeting Americans and I want them to see it. They will never see it unless I get 10 million views and viral. So to avoid that, you have to basically get a new SIM card, order from eBay, which is like $3, which is an American SIM card or, you know, some Verizon one or whatever. You put that in and then use the phone, and then your videos will be seen by United States people only. So it's like a little bit of a hiccup.
Awesome hack for all the international sellers and that are out there outside of the US. That's awesome.
That's right. And then you can, you know, target your United States market.
What about jumping back to the first one, the creating of your name? Oh, no. How about this? Can you have a personal profile and a business profile, or currently is there just one profile?
So you create one, and then they allow you to upgrade it to Pro, which is free for now. I guess later may charge. So you upgrade it to Pro in order to get the business analytics. And there you will have to provide more information about your business, like who you are. Are you like e-commerce, or you're a travel agency, or you are a public figure or whatever? So you'll have to give them more information, prove who you are, and then you'll get analytics access. So that shows you the gender, who's watching, not the age though, but the gender, where they're from, like just a little bit of nice insights of who your followers are. There is, in general, this is probably just called a pro account. And I would say just always have one, because otherwise you'll have to switch between the two. And TikTok, if you publish something wrong by accident, let's say you take your existing YouTube video snippet and you put on TikTok. Unfortunately, there's an algorithm thing that matches all YouTube content, and they will think it's copyrighted, something that you're reposting. So it should be unique when you're posting on TikTok, never published anywhere else. And so that's the thing. They are protecting other people's copyrights by not allowing somebody else to take some viral videos, put it on their TikTok. So now if you do some mistake by accident like that, you will get shadow banned, and it's pretty sad because TikTok then will track your same SIM card, your same IP address, and they will shadow ban not only that account, but all your other accounts, So if you have personal and business for two different reasons, still you will get shadow banned on both. And why I know all of that information, because I was shadow banned,
How do you get unshadow banned?
You basically get a new phone and a new SIM card, and you don't use the same IP, you just use the data plan from the new Google Fi card which you got.
But you needed to create an entirely other profile?
Entirely out of the profile, that's right.
Whoa. So basically you're shadow banned. It's kind of like Amazon suspension, done for life.
You can email them, but with the volumes that they have, they never really respond. You can email to legal@tiktok.com. So there are ways that you can do it, but basically, yeah. So it's not, okay, having a TikTok account is not going to be forever and strong, but people are using it for the quick boost of followers. Many people who never had a lot of followers on any platform, on TikTok, they have 200,000 in just 1 month, And it's not just people who are dancing and singing, it's businesses. I can give you so many examples, who are doing that.
Are there anybody that you can share, like maybe one or two, or if not?
Sure. Let me check some guys.
And while you're looking, like say in your situation, when you're creating a TikTok account, you have options with your name. Do you decide it's Paulina? Do you call it shopkeeper? Do you name it, something your business name that you sell on Amazon? Like how did you make that decision?
Best is to quickly, of course, reserve your same username as you use on Instagram and all the other, just reserve your social handle because it's an asset. Even if you're not going to do anything on TikTok, go today and they'll assign you random user 12354, change it to whatever username you prefer. And I will just say use the same across all your other social media. So one of the accounts I have, I actually have a hobby project with my husband and we have a Facebook page. So I just use exact same handle on TikTok as well. I'll give you a few examples you asked for. So there's this guy, Car Builders. Basically, all they do is they refurbish cars with different things. So they also sell the components that are needed to refurbish cars, right? Like the stickers. I'm not a car person.
Sure, yeah,
so he basically published his So he published his first video on September 25th. That's only a few months ago. 2 months and 10 days ago. And basically his first video was just showing the car, how it looks like before and after, and some of them, just how he's like 3 seconds of him shining some detail on some car, shining detail, just like 3 seconds of that. And that's it with good music. And he just published about, I would say 25 videos so far. If you look at Car Builders, so it's at Car Builders. He now has 68,000 followers and 417,000 likes. So that means more than 400,000 people watched it, saw his brand, and so many liked and so many became followers. And then the TikTok gives you an option to attach your Instagram account, like I said. And many people who want more information about you, want to know your URL, want to know, to learn about more your business, they actually drift over to your Instagram. So they spill over to your YouTube or to Instagram, and you're growing your audience there as well, just because you started TikTok so successfully. So just going randomly from that feed. So there's this Car Builders. There are a few funny doctors here, they all like just doing random things. There's piercing ladies, all kind of.
If this person was an e-commerce seller as well, and they sold a car part that's used in detailing or a tool, they would then create something like this where the tool's being used to do the decals. Is that what you're saying? Or this?
I am saying, yeah, they would just show. It's sort of like showing manufacturing process. But in his case, is a little bit different because he is the manufacturer, right?
Sure, but powerful.
Yeah, so he has access every day to do the videos. Now, many of us don't because we produce it in China.
Well, one of the examples, I'm trying to get angles from both. Like, I have a physical product. I'm trying to think of like a really boring physical product, and maybe brainstorm how to go about that. And on the other side, I have a Latin dance studio. So we're trying to get into TikTok now. We have classes every day. So there's like a lot of different content. that we'd be able to put on. So let's say somebody's selling a,
So I see this plastic crocs, organic mango. What is this
organic
about?
mango.
Oh, wait. So yeah, yeah, so all kinds of strange things, like there's Amazon, somebody says teaching about Amazon. Okay, so this guy, how to sell thousands of products on Amazon. And this short video has 34,000 likes, so, and
What's the
almost
hashtag?
400,000
Like,
views.
how would you search for it? By the
Hashtag
hashtag?
is at X Derek and then LE. So X Derek LE. And basically he has 9 videos in total. He just started in August, 9 videos in total. That's it. And he has already 10,000 followers from 9 videos and so many views, just one video for 100,000.
Yeah, no,
Basically,
that's awesome. I'm looking at it now. I'm going to keep that one open and explore it.
yeah, it was a nails lady at by underscore Bella7. She just posts everything about the nail decorations. Nothing else, just little nail decorations, and she doesn't have that many views, so she gets like from 1,000 to 5,000 views on every video, but she has 50,000 followers and a lot of likes, and random videos go viral, and then she makes a lot, and she also has like one of her went 22 million views, and the rest have like 1,000. So you just need one lucky one to randomly get, and it's just like amazing. You just, all you do, post 1 to 3 videos a day. I wouldn't say more than 3, because TikTok doesn't, feels like it's that like a spamming, when you post
And
more
1 to
than
3
3.
videos, you mean like really no post edit it needed in there, no
Actually, post edit is in it, like the app. If the app, so first you'll film a video, then the app will let you select the 15 seconds which you want, and then you can just like long press to add effects and transitions, and then just slide over the captions that you want to put there, or nothing, and select the audio. So when you're scrolling your TikTok randomly for yourself, just enjoying it, because you'll definitely enjoy it for a few hours, just keep saving the video
it's
sounds
addictive.
that you like. It is definitely, but
Very addictive.
it will get boring because after a while, because we are entrepreneurs, we are jumpy people, right? We get obsessed and then we'll get bored with it. But if you do it for business, just when you're watching it, kind of wait until something catches your attention so much, and then think, why did it do that? Why? And keep saving those business videos and just copy them. Copy the same trend, use the same music, and just keep repeating that in your account. And there's so much opportunity right now, and it's like right now.
I'm trying to think of a boring product, and let's say somebody's selling like a lingerie bag. Those sorters that you put things in so they don't. So
Yeah.
somebody's selling like this plain white lingerie bag and on Amazon. Do you think something would work? Like, imagine like I create a contest online, like on Facebook, and I'm telling people to submit their video of like the worst, I don't know, their under things and everything got tied up really bad into their stuff, like something like that, like a short video pulling that out. Like
most of the time, most of us, I guess, those Amazon sellers that are smart, they have a selection of products that are targeting the same niche, or at least they have multiple niches. So it's not one product for this niche, one product for that, right? So if you have a laundry bag, you very likely are targeting something to do everything about laundry, or just mothers, or just like, something like that. So you do have a niche already. So create videos for that niche and put your product in them. That's like a different approach. Don't start thinking with your product, start thinking with the niche. Like, okay, what do they like? They're mothers, so they're working with the babies, and then somehow put your product in there. You also, that manufacturing process can help. Also your personal story as an entrepreneur, how you came up with it, can help a lot. If you just share your story and, I'm just starting, we're selling so many units now and I'm so happy, here's my team, here's our meeting room, things like that. Something personal also attracts people a lot.
Okay, so one more thing, because I want to be respectful of your time also, but ads, we haven't really touched on that. Ads. I see them come up. I feel like maybe I'm not being targeted right, but if I was on another platform and I would see some of these ads, I love seeing ads because I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a marketer. Like, I want to figure out what's going on. I click on them, I join the list, I want to see it. But when I'm on TikTok and somebody sucked me into this magic trick or those little dance move things, like 1, 2, like all that, Like when somebody sucks me into one of those, and then all of a sudden I get hit with this, join American Express. I'm almost like more offended seeing that ad than I am on any other platform.
These are just bad ads.
Right? Yeah, I'm canceled. That shouldn't have
No,
targeted me right there. Do you think TikTok's figuring that out? Do you think
no, I
right
think
now it's not a good idea to run ads?
I think good marketers just gonna boost their own. So I would just post a lot of videos, see which one gets really viral, and then boost it using the ads.
So
That's
you
what I
you
would
have
do.
an option to run ads on your video to get more exposure.
Yes, so but you have to wait for approval. I think it's only like US companies, maybe there's a restriction. I am still waiting for my approval, but I see many of them that are running an ad, but all the other functions are still valid. So people who created an ad without having a TikTok account, like you said, fly on airlines of some kind, then these buttons to follow and to comment don't work. But I've seen many videos that are just like boosted videos, basically, and you can follow them and you can comment and you can like. So it's just a regular boost of the account video. And so definitely you can just use it for boosting. I didn't test it yet myself. It's so new. I signed up waiting for my approval. So once I have more information, I can share with you guys.
Well, what's the number one bit of advice you'd give somebody right now, an Amazon seller that has not started on TikTok on getting started? What would be the number one bit of advice?
Right now it's like the old days of Instagram or like the old days of Bitcoin. When somebody told you get Bitcoin, you said, nah, it's all for some geeks and whatever. Well, now you're going to say, no, TikTok's for kids. I'm not going to do it. If you don't do it now, you are missing out. And it takes basically 1 minute to post a video of some kind just to test the concept. Just to say, I'm an e-commerce seller and I sell these bags and, here's who I am. And guys, follow me if you want more info on manufacturing process, whatever you got to say. And see how many views you like. Maybe you'll get excited getting those 40 followers from one video. You'll make another video, and then there you go. It's gonna just roll from there. There's one last thing I will mention, which I didn't say, which is very important for TikTok platform. They have a live option. So once you go over 1,000 followers, you can do lives, and they're not limited in time, can be 5 hours if you want. And people are watching lives, and every single follower who follows you gets a notification with the red notification that you are live. So basically, and random people also can watch live, just join your live as well. So you can do so much with that, and any kind of live is always, you can answer questions about the product, you can tell story, you can show a video tour of your manufacturer or your offices or anything. It's really, really very good
I
platform.
imagine they're not doing it, but are they throttling the reach yet of your lives? Like, how Facebook would do, like, so you have 2,000 followers, you go live. How many of those 2,000 followers actually get a notification that you're going live? Do you know that yet or no?
I think that all of your followers will get notification, but it's not like a for notification overlay. It's just the red, you have to actually go to the menu to see that red, that something new is like new inbox, somebody followed you, somebody whatever, and somebody going live. It's all in the same
list.
list.
Push notification.
It's not a push notification, no. It's just, I'm saying notification because you actually see a message that someone is going live. Yeah. So
okay, cool.
It's pretty awesome.
Paulina, thank you so much for your time. I know the time zone, and what time is it over there?
6:50 p.m. What time is it for you?
It is 10:50 a.m.
Oh, great.
Yeah, so we're gonna wrap up here. I definitely want to get you back on because I want to dive deep into Shopkeeper. I'm very excited. You suggested TikTok. I learned a ton. I learned more on this podcast episode or anywhere actually for that matter than I have in the last few years. So,
great.
Absolutely amazing.
Happy to help.
I'm going to blow up your message board with TikTok questions. I'm going to make a fool of myself probably today starting on TikTok. But
cool.
Is there anywhere that people can reach you to know more about TikTok, to inquire about Shopkeeper? Or do you have your TikTok, I don't know, name you want to share? Anything like what?
I don't promote Shopkeeper on TikTok yet. Not sure if I will. I have a hobby project that I'm gonna try to get off the ground. We'll see. It's all about traveling Turkey, so maybe not so related to Amazon sellers. You can find me at paulina@shopkeeper.com, so you can email me there. And for those who like Shopkeeper type of apps, that's like a profit dashboard. Use a coupon Stingray180 to get 6 months free trial if you like. So just enter the coupon code to the little chat bubble on shopkeeper.com, and you will get 6 months free trial. Little gift from me. So you listened until the end of this episode.
Wow,
Stingray
that's a very
180.
generous discount too. 6 months free trial.
Right.
You
Very
know,
nice
you know
special.
the tool's powerful when you can do that. 6 months, they're not going anywhere after those 6 months.
Exactly. That's my point. But actually for new sellers it's super useful because they can't afford any apps yet, right? So when you're starting, it's so nice to have something that is free in the beginning.
Absolutely. Paulina, thank you so much again for your time. I look forward to having you back on the show soon. Have a good one.
Thank you, Carlos. Take care.
Liked what you heard and want to stay connected? Join our Facebook group or find me anywhere on social media at Wizards of Amazon, or text the word Amazon to 69922.